Hello everybody and welcome to Associate Games. My name is Zach and I will be your host for today. We are about to embark on the first ever GM mode on this channel in NHL 17. Probably the only one on NHL 17 as we are in the month of June now. And if this series lasts anywhere as long as I hope it will carry us straight almost till NHL 18. Unless we are doing so horribly or so well I need to start a whole new one. Just a disclaimer before we start, I would like to apologize for the lack of videos being posted previously to today. I understand we do not have that many views on the videos anyway, so I doubt any of you are actually watching this beforehand. I know we have no subscribers or anything like that yet, but there was a bit of an issue getting the channel up and running, and now we would like to rectify that and begin again starting today. So, we will begin a franchise, or GM mode as it's actually known by the NHL community, in NHL 17, with my favorite team, if you couldn't tell, the Boston Bruins. However, this is not going to be a normal GM mode. I have been playing GM mode for as long as NHL, let's say, 10. Actually, I've been playing since NHL 6, but I only owned up from 6, and then I got to 10. I skipped a whole bunch of games there. But I've been playing GM mode since NHL 06 and then NHL 10. I love GM mode. GM mode is my favorite mode in every game, and honestly, one of my favorite YouTubers, Johnny Superman, most of you from the NHL community probably know of him. I know he has very mixed reviews throughout the entire NHL community, but he is what got me as into GM mode as I am today. However, watching all of his videos and me playing through GM mode as much as I do, I have realized that there is no teams that don't have a way to win the cup after 2 years. There is not a team that within 2 years you can't make into a Stanley Cup contender or, honestly, a dynasty. I have not found a team. The only team I've ever had slightly a little trouble with is Arizona, but you get one draft pick in Nolan Patrick and you have your first line center, and then OEL, Oliver Ekman-Larsson, Nolan Patrick and Duclair and what's the other one? Max, him. Forgot his name. Whatever. But all those guys, they easily become top tier players, and then you have a team behind you already. You just need a new goalie because Mike Smith gets very bad very quickly. But every single team can become an amazing team. You just need to know what to get rid of and what to keep and what to trade for. Like, I'm sorry, if I were to be the Bruins, I'd trade away Chara instantly, and teams would take him and give me a lot back. So that is why, picking the Bruins, we are going to come right up here and turn on a fantasy draft. But being the experienced GM that I am not going to pick the team. That would be cheating. Because I'm sorry, you give me 3 good players, I'm going to win a Stanley Cup instantly. Owner mode will be turned off. I hate owner mode. Okay, I can't say I hate it. It's a great addition to the game. It's just not for me. It adds too much. I enjoy the relocation portion. That's fun. Like, that's actually real fun. But I do not like the having to constantly fix budgets, worry about ticket sales, bobblehead night assignments like that. I don't think that has any place for a GM. That is an owner thing, but I don't agree with having to do that in this game. So I'm going to turn that off. Morale meetings, we're keeping on because the morale is actually very helpful, and I actually love that implementation into the game. Assistant coach, edit lines, no. Waivers, obviously, is being kept on. You kind of have to keep that on. Auto-sign free agents, I don't like to have on. That just kind of, that's where the assistant coach, edit lines, I just turned off, comes into play, where the assistant coach screws up a team. He does. Every time. No idea. No idea why. The assistant coach always screws up a team. The salary cap is being kept on because there's no cheating, people. And CPU trades, obviously I want them to be able to trade between each other. That would be such a boring league if the CPU couldn't trade. So, with all these settings, we are going to continue. But as I said, with the fantasy draft, we are going to sim every single pick. Because I don't want to be in control of this team until I get my hands on it. I will look through the league after so we can all see exactly what players ended up where and everything. But after every pick that we sim, like I'm going to sim up to our picks. We are going to sim through our pick, and then I'm going to talk over exactly my plans for that player. Or if I don't even know the player, I will try to look at them and see if there's any way I can try to come up with some type of strategy for what to do with this player. So hopefully we get something good. Hopefully I don't have to rebuild right away, because sometimes I get those where my best player that I can keep is Joel Ward, and I have nothing I can do with that. Other times where I just did one recently, I got Jack Eichel and Carey Price on the same team. That was broken. That team was unbelievable. I also had TJ Brody on the defense. It was amazing. So we are going to keep the salary cap on, and as you can see, I had it for the full 25 years. I do not play games. I will go into the last 5 seconds or last minute, as far close as I can get, to a Stanley Cup final game where we will be winning. And say like we're gonna win the cup, just so we can see the actual like us winning celebration. Yay! Okay. So I am going to randomize this, and I've actually already found a random number generator, and it gave me the number of 9. So I'm going to click randomize 9 times to get us a random spot, because I'm sorry, 30 is horrible. Actually, it's not horrible, it could be useful. 1 is never what you want. You want somewhere around the, like, I think 12 area. So I'm going to randomize it 9 times, and we're going to see what we get. This is 1, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the last one, number 9. We are picking in the number 25 spot. Now, see, I don't have an issue with that. Okay, Colorado and these teams are going to get pretty good picks. The other thing is, we're going to pick here, and then pick 5 picks later. So we will be fine. Or 10 picks later, you know what I mean. 5 picks into the second round, because it does snake. So, we will now start the draft. And this whole video is going to be only about the draft and only about checking out our team after. During the next video, I will be going through which teams have who, and who we should probably be trading for, and what my plans are if we do even need to trade. So, I'm going to go through I want to see who the first overall pick was. We're going to go all the way down. It's Connor McJesus. Stamkos, Doughty, Kane, Ben, Crosby, Taves, and thanks for the bike going by, guys. Ovechkin, Weber, Tarasenko, Tavares. Tavares is a player I always want to get. Okay, so we're going to go all the way back to our pick. So now we have this pick. I don't know who is coming up next. So now I'm going to sim to use your pick. So we're going to move to our next pick, and it will now show us down the bottom corner who our first round pick was. Who was our last pick? Oliver Ekman-Larsson. As I was just telling you guys earlier, Oliver Ekman-Larsson becomes an amazing defenseman. He is, as it says, an elite defenseman. What does he start out in, like 99 or something? Like, oh, I want to see this already. I believe this game. Sometimes this game just pisses me off. Because like, why can't I go and look at him? Like, I just drafted him. Why can't I go look at him? Whatever. Granted, I'm guessing you're supposed to go into the screen and go draft him and everything, but whatever. So, our first overall pick was Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Phenomenal pick. Honestly, I could not be happier. Actually, I could. We could have gotten Crosby or McDavid or anyone like that, but Oliver Ekman-Larsson is a solid building piece to, like, a building block to build around. He's a perfect defenseman to get, and he's young, and he's a very, very solid defenseman. I believe he starts at an 89, 90-ish area, and that can grow. So, I'm very happy with that pick. We're going to sim to our next pick. Let's see who we get. This game takes forever to load. Ryan Johansson. Now, see, Ryan Johansson is a very, very good player in real life. Honestly, phenomenal player. I don't like having him in GM modes because I don't believe he sims that well. However, I could be wrong, and he could be a powerhouse for our team. He's a medium elite. I believe he's 24 or 25, so he does have room to grow. So he could be a very, very good center to build around. I believe he starts out at like an 88, I think. I might be wrong, but he's a very good player, and we easily could build around him. I am happy with that as a center. We're now going to go to our third pick. We're going to sim our third pick. We're going to go to our fourth pick. And our third pick was Brad Marchand. Being a Boston fan, elite forward to me. Everyone else in the league hates him. He's a great player, guys. He's gonna do well for our team. Perfect player to pair along with Johansson. I'm happy. I know a lot of people probably aren't. A lot of people don't like him, but the nose-face killer is still in Boston. We're going to send to the next pick, and we are going to get Marc-Andre Fleury. Kind of confused me up by just M. Fleury. Oh, come on, we could have gotten Matt Murray. Marc-Andre is still good, though. He's going to be a player I'm going to need to trade pretty soon because he's at that ceiling of his lifespan in an NHL game where he's going to start to probably drop off soon or retire soon, which I've seen him retire in 1 year. I've seen him retire in 8. So you never know with Fleury how he's going to do. He's a solid goalie. I'm decently happy with that pick. It could be better. Gonna send him to our next pick. Brian Little. Now that's a player I don't ever want to see on a team. I'm sorry, I do not like Brian Little. I don't like him as a player in real life. I don't like him as a player in an NHL video game. I don't believe he sims well. He doesn't really fit on this team at the moment, as he's kind of just a player I never really want. But as I say that, we get our next pick, Ben Hutton, high top 4 defenseman. If he is the opposite hand of Oliver Ekman-Larsson, they will be playing together, and then we will have a lethal combination on the point when he starts to grow, because that high potential takes off in this game if they start to do well. Very happy with that pick. That can really help out our defense, and then Brian Little can even now slide into a third place spot now that I'm thinking a third line center spot. But we just got Sven Baertschi, another high top 6 forward. That grows very, very quickly. Sven Baertschi, I remember in, NHL 12, I think, where he was the prospect you wanted to get because he turned into like a 98 overall. He became amazing. A left-wing sniper he used to be. I don't know what he is now, since he has kind of trailed off in his prospect greatness. But high top 6, that will grow very quickly and can be put perfectly onto a second line just to grow for now, and maybe overtake Marchand when it comes time. Marchand right now is our first line left wing, and I think he's going to stay that way by the picks we've been getting. Matt Zuccarello, that's a very good pick, but I like him more in a second line role than the first line role, seeing that at the moment he is our first line right wing. He's our only right wing. So I would like him better in a second line role, but I mean, it could be fit. It could be fudged. We can easily make some trades to get a better right wing for the first line. I like Matt Zuccarello as a pick. I'm just looking at our team composition right now, and it's not looking good on our right wing. Granted, it's not looking good really anywhere, but... And Carl Gunnarsson. Okay. That's all I have to say about that one. I hope he's an 86 to start, or I am going to be very disappointed with that pick. Toivo Teravainen. I am very happy with that pick. But we could have gotten Kyle Connor. Really? I hate seeing that when I see my pick that randomly got picked, and then I see like a player like right here like Kyle Connor, who easily could have been even a Keith Yandel. You picked Gunnarsson over Keith Yandel. Oh my god. Okay, well, Toivo Teravainen, very good pick, good prospect. He's gonna grow. That'll be good for us. Can't believe Chicago ever gave him up. And Anthony D'Angelo. Now, see, that's a good prospect, but I don't know what he starts out as. So I really can't talk much on that besides that's a great prospect pick. As I was saying, sorry, I had to cut the video. Anthony D'Angelo is very good for a prospect pick. I love that as a prospect pick, but it's a prospect pick. That's kind of early for that. However, we just got a backup goalie in Jonathan Bernier. Very good goalie. Perfect backup for Marc-Andre Fleury. I am happy with that. We are now going to move on to our next pick. Ooh, Casey Zizekas. That is making me happy now, because now we can move away from Little, move him down to the third line. I want Casey Zizekas to be my second line center. Maybe even turn him over to a right wing, high top 9. That grows. I am very happy with these high draft picks, these high potential draft picks. These guys are doing well. I'm not happy that they're high. I don't want them to be stoned. Ryan Hartman. Now see, I don't know much about Hartman. I know that he's on Chicago and that he's an up and coming prospect. I don't know much else about him. I haven't really heard much about him until this year, so we'll see how he grows. Good prospect. I don't think you people want me to talk about Ryan Callahan because I'm going to make a lot of Rangers fans and a lot of Tampa fans very angry. The most overrated captain besides Dustin Brown. Montour, no idea who this kid is. Never heard of him. Can't talk about him, don't know him. Never heard of him. Sorry guys, no idea who this kid is. He's a prospect, low top 4 potential, top 4D potential. It's good. Could easily become a top 6 defenseman, could easily become a top 2 defenseman. You never know with the low potential. You never know what's going to happen with those kids. So, he could be a 60 overall, he could be a 82 overall. I've never heard of him. So, let's hope he grows. Laurent Dauphin. I also remember he used to be the prospect to pick up because he became a center sniper for Arizona that became like a 98 overall and always led the league in points. I don't know how, but he's certainly come down to earth since the ratings. Things move on every year, and they've certainly brought him down to earth, but high top, or medium top 9, can't read. Medium top 9 for Laurent Dauphin, center sniper. I'm okay with that. That's a good prospect pick. Hopefully I can play him in the AHL this year, and he grows enough to be an NHLer next year. But I feel like I'm going to have to put him in the NHL this year. Thomas Yurko, that's a pretty good pick. I'm happy with Thomas Yurko. He'll grow, be a good third liner for us, low top 6. He probably is already at his ceiling. He'll hopefully grow. M. Benning, prospect, never heard of him. Please tell me what team he came from, because granted I'll probably be able to see it when I look at him, but I have never heard of him. Medium top 6 defenseman, that's pretty good. That's a decent pick. He's a decent prospect. I mean, you can use him. Or you can trade him for a decent amount of trade, whatever it's called. I'm blanking on the top of my head. Trade value. Trade value. There we go. And it's taking forever to give us our next pick. Why is it taking so long to give us our next pick? Here we go. We just got Brendan Gaunce. I will take Brendan Gaunce. That is a very good prospect pick. I don't know how great he grows in this game. I actually have never used him before. But low top 9 could become amazing, or it could become a dud. You never know. I believe he already starts at like an 83, though. Or that's just what I've seen him grow to. Oh my god. As a Bruins fan, when we signed Matt Bolesky, it was the same thing I said about Jimmy Hayes. This is a mistake. We should not have signed this player. We signed him to a very large contract. A very, very large contract that should never have been signed. He doesn't play anymore. We keep him off the ice. And he's making almost $4 million a year. He will be traded off this team. Unless nobody wants him. Roslovic, don't know him, low top 6. I mean, he's a prospect. No idea who it is. But, like, there's so many other players. Why did you pick him? I don't know. I don't know him. He could be very good. No idea. Jake Bean, low elite. That's what I want to see. The low elites coming in. I'd rather a low elite than a low top 6. But that's gonna be a very good player. Hopefully, those can grow or they can't. It depends on the player. Roland McEwen, medium top 6. I will take it. I'll take it. It's a good prospect. M. McNiven. Why did everybody just pick high AHL starters? Did you guys see that? Last round, there were 2 low or high AHL starters on there, and then I just got one. Why was that what was being picked there? It's weird. I'm actually blanking on how many rounds there are. What did we get? Sami Niku, I believe is his name, or it's Samu Niku. I believe it's Sammy though. And top 6 defenseman, I've seen him grow. I have seen him grow in teams. So hopefully he becomes a good prospect for us that grows. That's all I can hope. I have seen him grow. Jay Tamela, we're getting into a lot of prospects, guys. I don't know this kid. Medium top 9, could easily become a good 3rd or 2nd liner, maybe even a 4th liner if he doesn't grow well for us. Who knows? He could become great, he could become nothing. N-Rod, great name. But medium bottom 6, he's probably, if he's a two-way forward, that's beautiful. If he's a sniper, I don't want him. I don't know who it is though, so we'll see when we get into the team. C. Martinet, that was the biggest waste of a pick. I mean, high could become something, but AHL top 2 defenseman, that is a waste of a pick. AHL top 6 forward, high. I mean, it could become something, or it could be absolutely nothing. I feel like we're running out of picks. Anybody grab Patrick Marleau yet? Great, we got Callahan. Again, we're getting into AHL top 6. Don't know this guy. And the draft is over. We got somebody named Stevens. M. Stevens, I believe I saw, was a medium top 6 defenseman or a low top 6 defenseman. Something like that I didn't really get to see. So, he's on the team now at pick number 936. And that is the end of our draft. I'm going to see how this team sets up, and I'm going to show you. And then we will end this video, and I will go through another video on every team in the league and see if there are any trades that I would like to make. And see if there's any potential trades that need to be made. Not even that, I would just like any teams that are giving something away for Matt Bolesky or Ryan Callahan or something like that. So we will see. I'm just going to look at our team real quick, see how we got 90, 87, 89. That's not bad. I will take that. He's probably going to need to sign some things. Assistant coach is staying off. Good. Ryan Callahan moved to the 3rd line. Berchi. And this line could work. I mean, Brian Little's an 87. I guess he's 28. He can stay for now. But I would really like for Casey Zizekas to take over. I mean, these guys are... Why are you a scoring line forward? You're a grinder. Okay. Ooh, I need a 4th line. I do not have a 4th line. These two need to go down the 4th line. I mean, to get down the AHL. Hartman can stay. Hartman could easily grow to like an 82 and work out on the team. Berchi and Teravainen scare me, but they're going to need to grow. Zuccarello is not what I wanted for the 1st line. I did not. Our defense. OEL and Gunnarsson. Left. That's what I was worried about. Gunnarsson's a left. At that point, I would just do the switch. Anthony D'Angelo, 79. Brandon Montour. I believe that's how you say it. Or just Montour. I'm going to say Montour. Sounds more fun. And Matt Benning. Both these guys I want to put in the AHL. And then we're going to go to goalies. Fleury in 88. Bernier in 84. That's fine. 31 though is where he's going to start dropping. Is it scratched? Thomas Yurko. I mean, as a sniper, Ross Levesque. Okay. So we definitely are going to need either these two to grow, Callahan to get traded. I mean, these two could easily grow on this line. These two could help him grow. Hartman can stay. These two need to go down to the AHL, which we can check out. I need to sign AHL players. Noah Rod. Ooh. Center Grinder. Ooh, I like that. I don't recognize any of these other names. Oh, this is that Mitchell Stevens. Roland McEwen, Jake Bean, Sammy Niku. Put those two together. Okay. Do we get any goalies down here? Ahonen and McKibben. I think McKibben was my pick. I think Ahonen is not even my pick. Okay. Now this is where I'm going to have to go into free agency and start looking around, see what we can pick up. You've seen the team. Please leave any suggestions if you have any, and I will see you guys in the next video. This has been Zach. Peace out.